Hi yogis, it's Dara with Dara Lorena Yoga. It has been quite a bit since I've posted any flow on this channel, but I am super excited to bring this channel back to life over the next few weeks with you. I have the intention of posting at least one flow a week and really getting back into the YouTube sphere to make yoga really accessible, whether you're trying to get a practice on in between your sessions in the studio or you're practicing yoga for the first time. So again, welcome back. For our first flow together in months here on this channel, I'm going to do a full body flow, a very vinyasa oriented flow, just to wake up the entire body with a little bit of restoration at the end. So happy you're here, and I'm so happy to flow with you. Let's get started. We're going to get started today finding some grounding in your comfortable seat, taking a big breath in through the nose, then opening the mouth to release a full exhale. At the bottom of that breath, hold for a moment before taking another big inhale, feeling the spine lengthen and grow as you breathe in. And exhale again, open the mouth, let it all go. From here, transition to your Ujjayi breath, continuing to breathe in through the nose, lengthening out the spine with that breath. And then on your exhale, breathe out of the nose, constricting the back of the throat, making an oceanic sound in the head space. As you exhale, feel the neck relaxing, the shoulders relaxing. Then at the bottom of your next breath, tuck the chin to the chest. Start a slow rotation, right ear over to that relaxed right shoulder. Then we'll draw the chin back down and rotate the left ear over to the left shoulder, just creating some space up and down the back and sides of the neck. We'll take that rotation and rock side to side. A couple more times at your own pace. On your next inhale, come back up through a neutral neck, neutral spine. When you make your way there, place one hand over the heart and one hand over the lower belly, just taking a moment to come into your natural internal rhythm, the heartbeat and the breath working together to support you from the inside out. And give yourself some thanks and gratitude for coming to your practice. Then with an inhale, sweep the arms high up overhead, grow even taller. Then exhale, plant the left hand down, reach over with the right arm, really peel that shoulder back, feeling expansion through the heart space. And with an inhale, ride that breath all the way back up. And exhale, right hand lowers to the earth, left arm reaches over, shoulder peels back, expansion through the heart space again on this side. And again with an inhale, rise back up, nice long neutral spine. And exhale, take it to a twist, right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Lengthen out the spine and use your exhale to twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, unravel, and exhale, take it to the opposite side, twisting to your left, looking back over that shoulder, really wringing out the spine without forcing anything too much. And take that following inhale to unravel again all the way back up through the sky. From here, on your exhale, float those hands down. We'll uncross the legs to plant the feet to the earth. Just give a gentle rock from side to side with the knees, creating some mobility and waking motion through the hips. The next time those knees drop over to one side, pause there, hug the heels in toward the hips, and walk yourself around to a tabletop, shoulders stacking over wrists and hips stacking over the knees. With an inhale, tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, lift the heart for your cow pose. Then exhale, press into the earth around the spine for your cat. Take that one more time with the breath. Inhale through your cow and exhale through your cat. Back to a neutral spine, bring the big toes to touch, and sink the hips to the heels, reach forward and let the forehead rest on the earth for your child's pose. A beautiful restorative space to land, to reconnect to your breath, and find rest against the earth. After a few breaths of rest in your child's pose, We'll follow an inhale to rise back up through your tabletop. This time, tuck the toes, then shift the hips up and back to your downward facing dog, where you'll let the head hang heavy and pedal press the feet, bending into one knee and the other, maybe even shaking out the head to remind the neck to relax. From your down dog, find stillness, then walk the hands back to meet the feet with a gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out the spine, and exhale, bow back into your fold with an even more generous bend in the knees. Grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side for your ragdoll pose, just allowing the upper body to waterfall down toward the earth. Release the elbows and take another inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine, and exhale back down to your fold. Walk yourself out to a strong plank, one line of energy from the heels to the crown of the head. And on an exhale, shift the heart forward, bend the elbows, keep them close, lower down, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra pose, glutes are engaged to protect the lower back. Exhale to the earth. One more time, inhale, lift the heart. This time, hover the hands for an unsupported low cobra. Exhale, hands to the earth, roll onto the knees, tuck the toes, and shift up and back to your downward facing dog. Taking a few rolling vinyasas, inhale, shift forward, find that plank. Exhale, heart pulls forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, cobra. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog, pausing for just a minute before you step the feet up to meet the hands, taking a slow walk all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out that spine, and exhale back into your fold. Take your inhale to rise all the way up, reaching for the spine, small back bend at the top, then exhale, hands to heart center. Bring one hand back to the heart, one hand back to the lower belly, feeling that grounding energy rising up from the earth to meet you, as well as your own internal rhythm. Next, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reaching back for the sky, and exhale, bow to your fold. Sun Salutation A, halfway lift and lengthen, plant the hands, step back to your plank, and exhale to lower chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, travel up and back through your downward facing dog. To complete your Sun A, step walker, float the feet up to meet the hands, halfway lift at the top. Exhale into your fold, and inhale, root to rise all the way up with a small lean back at the top. This time we'll exhale, swan dive right down to your fold, step walker, float the feet back, and travel through that vinyasa sequence, linking one breath to one motion, then meeting back in downward facing dog, where we'll reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, shift forward, step that right foot inside the hands. Grounding through the feet, inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge, and when you reach the top, finding balance, press the palms together, creating activation down the arms. Next, exhale, halfway lower, reach those hands forward, then peel the right arm back, coming into a twist, gazing back over that right shoulder. Option to stay or exalt, right hand down the back leg as the left arm lifts. Begin to unravel that twist. As you unwind, plant the hands to frame that right foot, then lengthen out the right leg for a runner's stretch. That knee can be slightly bent or the leg can be lengthened as long as you keep creating length through the spine. From here, you bend into that knee, step the right foot back, and take that vinyasa. Landing back in downward facing dog, you'll sweep the left leg up to the sky. This time, same sequence, opposite side. Shift forward, step that left foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, find your strong crescent lunge. Press the palms together overhead, activation down the arms. Then exhale, halfway lower, fingertips toward the front wall. This time the right hand stays forward, peel the left arm back, finding that active twist, and stay or exalt here. Next breath, unravel, frame that left foot, lengthen out the leg, find your runner's stretch, keeping that same length through the spine as you breathe length into the leg. From here, rebend into the knee. This time, step the back foot up to meet the front, lengthening for a halfway lift. Bowing into a fold, then bending through the knees, rising up to your chair pose. Feel the tailbone tucking toward the earth as the shoulder blades plug in and palms face each other. strong chair, then exhale, bow into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra, and exhale back through your downward facing dog. For a sun B variation, we'll lift that right leg to the sky, then shift forward to step it through. Pivot the left heel down to the ground, then rise up to your strong warrior one. Grounding through the feet for this warrior. Exhale, goddess the arms out. Take a small lean back, expanding the heart. Inhale, reach back up, and with your exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down, and exhale through your humble warrior. Shoulder to knee, head is heavy, really creating space in the chest. On your next inhale, halfway lift, release that bind. Begin to walk yourself all the way over to the side, finding a wide leg fold, and exhaling to bow in, dropping the crown of the head toward the earth. Maybe walking the hands out for a wide leg down dog if that feels good on the back body. On an inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips, then rise all the way up, where you'll turn the right toes to face the front edge of the mat, bend into the knee, and extend the arms, strong warrior two. Lift that right heel coming up onto the toes and notice the way that settles the hips into this pose. When the heel drops back down to the earth, reach the front palm forward and exhale, send everything back to peaceful warrior. Left arm down the back leg, expansion through the right side body. From here, lengthen out the right leg, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, shift forward, then hinge at the hips to your triangle Trikonasana. Core is engaged, left shoulder is peeling the heart open with a heart-opening theme. On an inhale, rise back up. Rebend into that knee, then cartwheel hands down to frame the foot, where you'll lower the back knee and untuck the toes. Take a rise up to Anjaneyasana, supported low lunge, then exhale, frame that right foot, shift the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Allow the fold here to come from the hinge at the hips, rather than rounding through the spine. You can keep the foot relaxed or flexed in toward the body, depending on the level of activation you're looking for. On an exhale, rebend into the right knee, tuck the left toes, and inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky, standing leg split, bowing over the right leg, and lower the left foot down to meet the right. Halfway lift, and exhale to your fold. Take your inhale to rise back up to your chair, sitting low. And exhale back to fold. Step walker, float the feet back, lower through chaturanga. Lift the heart for your cobra, and exhale through your downward facing dog. Setting up the opposite side, sweep left leg to the sky. Shift forward, step that foot in between the hands. Pivot right heel to the earth, then rise up to your strong warrior one. Exhale, goddess out the arms, lean it back. Inhale, rise back up, create that spinal length, then bring the hands to interlace behind the backs, taking that small lean back. From here, bow into your humble warrior, shoulder to knee, as let those arms fall wherever brings the greatest sense of opening without too much of a struggle or a feeling of forcing here. Let gravity do the work. And on an inhale, halfway lift. Release that bind to frame the foot and walk yourself out to a wide leg fold. This time, inhale, rise all the way back up. Turn left toes toward the front wall. Bend through the knee, find your warrior two. Create that strength by lifting the front heel. Then when you return to the earth, flip the front palm, reach forward, and exhale everything back through your peaceful warrior, reaching up and back through the left fingertips this time. On an inhale, lengthen out your left leg, and rise arms to a T, finding your triangle pose. We'll reach forward. Hinge at the hips. Left hand to the inner edge of that left shin, right arm reaching up, shoulder expanding, peeling the heart space open. We'll use that engagement in the core to rise back up. Rebend into the left knee, cartwheel the hands down, lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, and rise to your Anjaneyasana, supported low lunge. Exhale, frame the left foot, shift the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana on this side. Again, you can have a small bend through the knee or lengthen all the way through the leg, foot relaxed or flexed. Rebend into that left knee, frame the foot, tuck the back toes, and sweep that right leg up to the sky to fold over your left leg in a standing leg split on this side. And with an exhale, lower the right leg down to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step the feet back to a plank, and lower to the earth, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, roll back up onto the knees, then shift the hips back to the heels for your child's pose, where you'll reconnect the space for a few breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe noticing all the transformations that have taken place. On your next breath in, press the fingertips into the earth and walk both hands over to the left. Right hand on top, send breath up and down the right side of the body. Following the breath, on an inhale, walk the hands back through center. Then with that same exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Left hand on top, breathe down the left side of the body. With an inhale again, walk yourself back through center. With an inhale, rise up to sit onto the heels, and if it's comfortable, you can even tuck the toes for a stretch to the bottoms of the feet, or relieve some pressure in the wrists by pressing the tops of the hands to the thighs, fingertips facing each other. The wrists have given us so much love today. When you release that pressure, shake the wrists out, and with a big inhale, rise, hips lift, take a small lean back, and exhale, hands to heart center. Untuck the toes and sweep the legs around for a Dandasana staff pose. We'll hug the left knee in and drop it out to the side. Left foot to inner right thigh, big stretch up, and exhale, bow over the right leg, Janu Shirshasana. Just allowing gravity to do most of the work here as we travel from our active to our passive. On an inhale, take a rise back up, draw the left knee up and cross it over the right leg. Leaning onto the right hip, draw that heel toward the glute. Creating this pretzel in your legs, bring the left hand behind you, big reach up with the right arm, and exhale into your twist, gazing back over the left shoulder. Breathe length up and down the spine as you twist it out here. Then on an inhale, unravel everything. We'll uncross the legs and bring the right foot to rest on the inner edge of the left thigh. Inhale to rise and exhale to lower over that left leg, Janu Shirshasana, fold on the left side, breathing up and down the back edge of that leg, creating space through your breath. On an inhale, take a rise up. We'll draw the right knee up, cross that foot over the left leg, then leaning off to the side, draw the left heel toward the hips. Right hand behind you, take a big stretch up through the left arm, and exhale into your twist. Gaze back over that right shoulder, creating leverage through the arms. This time we'll unravel that arm right back behind you so you can easily uncross the legs, shifting them forward, then bend at the knees to float the hips forward. With the hands planted behind you, lift the hips to reverse your tabletop. Then with an exhale, slowly lower those hips back down to the ground. We'll extend the legs out and drop down to a fish pose, bringing forearms to the earth, lifting the heart and dropping the crown of the head toward the ground. To release your fish, we'll slowly roll the head up, roll the upper back down to the earth, and landing the head softly on the ground, take an inhale to sweep the arms back behind you, full body stretch from fingertips to toes. Then exhale, hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug and sway from right to left to massage the muscles up and down the spine. Releasing the hands, plant the feet hips width distance apart, and drop the knees over to the left and turn your gaze to the right for a gentle supine twist. On an inhale, lift the knees back up, And follow that same exhale to drop them over to the right and turn the gaze to the left. Gentle twist on the opposite side. On your inhale, lift the knees back up again. Reach them back into the chest, then extend them out to stand on the ceiling, Supta Dandasana, reclined staff pose, or you can bring some motion into the ankles or feet. Releasing to the earth, drop one leg down at a time. And one final time, place one hand to rest on the heart and one hand to rest over the lungs. A sense of connection to that internal rhythm that has worked so hard to support you from the inside out. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Then exhale, let it all go. Release the arms by the sides. Take any final small movements or adjustments you need to feel complete. And from here, fall into your final sweet rest, Shavasana, sending a wave of relaxation down the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. For these final few moments, know that there's nothing left to do except to just be. The space is yours. I'll guide you out when it's time. Final rest. Shavasana. Soak it up. Begin the slow journey of reawakening. Allow some awareness to flood back into the space where you landed, reconnecting to the breath, and bringing some motion to the body, the fingertips and the toes, the arms and legs, maybe even rocking the head from side to side. When you're ready, bring a bend back into the knees and hug them back into the chest, giving yourself one final big hug, some thanks and gratitude for making it to your mat today. And start to rock from side to side until you roll all the way over to one side of the body. Pause there for a moment or two and make your way up to a comfortable close-eyed seat with hands at heart center. Tuck the chin to the chest, bowing into your practice and everything you are just as you are. Big inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. It was a pleasure coming back on this platform and creating this content to be part of the community in a larger way, sharing this beautiful practice and bringing it into your home, your work, wherever you are, wherever you're flowing. If you liked this flow today, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, or leave a comment letting me know what you're looking forward to seeing in the future on this channel. I really look forward to just continue growing, continue offering these classes online. And until next time, Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful day. I hope you continue to practice, continue to grow, and continue to shine your light.